Well, good morning, everybody. It is B Average Gaming here, and yes, I am up again at, well, it's technically 5:58. I think I should start calling myself the early morning gamer. Hey, look, Sentinel, what's up? And we're playing yet some more No Man's Sky next. That's right, because I want to continue this storyline until to the certain point where I just have to start farming a bunch of stuff. And I think the best way to do that is to uh, get to the next system because I think a lot of stuff is going to happen there, and then I'm going to have to like start hopping around and all that fun stuff. So, that being said, I do want to tell you a couple things that happened offline after I stopped streaming yesterday morning. I went back to the Starbase and I got myself. There is an instance where you can get where basically one of the aliens will say, "Hey, give me your multi-tool," and they'll give you a better one, but with a bunch of slots that still need to be fixed. And so I took it because it's experimental, and an experimental multi-tool and it's class B. So once I get it fixed, it's going to be great, and it's got a bunch of slots already that I can use. So I went ahead and took it. All right. So that's all you really need to know. I landed on a new planet, checked it out, did some basic walking around. That's really about it. So let's just take off. Because there's one thing I want to do before I get out of this system for good. There's two things I want to do. Oh, I also checked out the airless planet. Yep, nothing really to see there. Did a little bit of mining, got some copper, got some cobalt. Oh, this is a moon. I landed on a moon. Of the moon of Tofor Gamma. Uh, let's see here. Real fast, while I'm up in space. Let's do some discoveries. Curtis has 4 planets and 1 moon, so I am missing a planet. I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. And I'm 5 species away on one of the planets. Okay, so I did discover that. I went there. This is the moon. No, that's not the moon. No, that is the moon. Okay. There's mine. And did I go there? I did not go there. So, you know what? On the way there, we're going to check out this planet real fast and land MOBA 84B1. It's an empty planet. It's got sodium, pure ferrite, and copper. Let's go. We're going to go to MOBA. So, how are you? How was, if you're in the United States, how was your Labor Day? Did you get out there? It was hot here. It was so very hot. You know, I am a professional actor. I'm studying to be a teacher, and I am a stay-at-home dad. So, I good news is I got 100 on my last assignment on my graduate class. So yeah. Uh, yeah, Little B and I we hung out yesterday. Little B is in that phase where he loves feeling like he's playing video games. And so what we've done is, and maybe to our detriment at times, because I have a feeling he's going to be a lot like me. But what we've done is we'll set him up with like a YouTube channel that we sort of supervise, you know. We give him an empty controller with no batteries, and we play a video that has no commentary on it, and usually like a Lego game of some sort, and he just goes to town. Okay, all right. Wow, this is really an empty planet. There is really nothing here except a bunch of oxygen. You know, for an empty planet, why would you have plants that had oxygen? That's all I'm saying. Alright, we have landed. Let's see. Weather absent. Sentinels minimal. Flora deficient. Fauna none. Okay, so before we go anywhere, let's just do a quick scan. What is over there? Subterranean relics. Let's go over here real fast. See? See? I mean, this is plant life. This is obviously plant life of some sort. Oh, good gracious. They're just all over the place. Do I have space? Aha. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We are going to set ourselves up with our refiner. Boom. We're going to put in some condensed carbon. We're going to put in, because like I said, I did a lot of mining yesterday. So, do a little bit of chromatic metal. Probably should. Oh, cobalt. Although, I've got a lot of cobalt. I really don't need cobalt right now. I know I'm going to need marrow bulbs at some point, but quite frankly, I'm not going to get them now. I don't have the space. Okay. Do we have any more around here? Oh, there's more over there. Okay. Subterranean relics are good for the ducats. Alright, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to make more. Check my stats real fast. Tetracobalt, that's good for later. Tell you what, we're gonna go back to the ship. Hey, look, there's more relics. I can't believe I walked right past it. That's amazing. I'm glad I landed here. This is going to be turning out to give us some good cash. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the chromatic metal in the... we're going to do some quick transfer here, see? We're going to also transfer the mortite, which is always... It's smart. Put the mortite in your spaceship because the mortite is really sort of a trade tool for Viking. And by having your spaceship, you do a lot of landing, and you're close enough proximity to your spaceship, you can actually pull from the inventory there when you're talking to Viking. Let's see here. What else do we want to do? Let's put the tetracobalt in the starship. Do we have space? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got space. Of course, you know, the starship. Yeah, let's do that. And we now have 4 slots for the carbon. Yeah, okay, we're good. So, we're going to head back. One, 2, 3, 4. Four subterranean relics. Yes. You know, there was a period of time where I got Little B watching Sesame Street, and I did it out of nostalgia. And we don't have regular TV. We do everything we do is streaming. Let's see here. Is there any more? According to this, there is. Oh, right over there. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, yes. Recharged. Alright. So anyway, so I got him watching Sesame Street, and off streaming Hulu, because Hulu's got a good amount of seasons, but they're kind of old in comparison to what's going on now. Like over a decade old. But yeah, I mean, for the longest period of time, that's what we would watch, and now he's not into that anymore. I gotta get him back into that. I gotta figure a way, just because it's fun. He loves Blue's Clues. He loves the Pajama Party episode. Okay, let's see here. Portable refiner. Open. Chromatic metal. Quick transfer. And pick this back up. Inventory full. Inventory full. Alright, fair enough. The other thing I learned too is that the melee attack followed up by the sprint depends on the multi-tool you have. If it's more of a pistol, it's really easy to pull off. For some strange reason, if it's a rifle or experimental, it's a little bit more difficult to do that. Okay. So, now we're going to put the... Go back here. Put this in the starship. We got carbon. Tell you what we're also going to do. We are going to... Oh, I had an unmanning beam. We're going to... I don't need that. There we go. Recharge the mining beam. And while we're at it, also recharge the blaze javelin. Maybe? I doubt it. I doubt it will give us the extra slot we need, but we have the slot. So we also have tetracobalt for days. So now we can pick this up. I love the little circular pattern here. It's interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if it's something that's a byproduct of the procedural generation, or if this is actually something I should be paying attention to. Either way, let's see. Oxygen, 188. So we're going to go ahead and... See what I'm saying? Yeah, this also might be part of the planet, but it's also having to do with the fact that I have an experimental rifle type multi-tool as opposed to a pistol multi-tool. So just, you know, just letting you know. Getting some oxygen. Alright. We have officially landed on all the planets. I have one last thing to do before we get out of this system, and then we're out of here. Well, technically two. Two more things to do. Alright, I lied. Three more things to do. Is that a box? Oh, that's the space station. Is that the space station? Yes, it is the space station. And off to the space station. 3, 2, 1, and stop! See, the great thing is your acceleration slows down regardless when you come in proximity of large spaceships or planets and such. Although, when you get a freighter later on your line, don't always trust that, or you'll wind up somehow melted into your freighter. It's not fun, let me tell you. Pardon me. Alright. Normally I would spend days, and I started to, but I just don't have the Mordite, and quite frankly, I'm not getting anything from it. I'm still early on in the game, technically speaking. So I'm going to sell my tetracobalt, because frankly I don't need it right now, and you get it for days. Vortex cubes, 9 of them. You gotta like that, huh? And ionized cobalt, I want to keep that. Cobalt, ferrite dust. Yep. We're good. Let's get out of here. Yep. Okay. One more other thing to do. before we go back to the base real fast. Alright. Hey, MOBA. How you doing? What's up, MOBA? Alright, yeah, so I was able to ascertain the locations of a couple of ancient ruins, so let's go check them out, because they will provide us... Sometimes they provide you with an incident that allows you to try to guess at the culture of a particular race, and if you get it correct, then you get some prize, and you get the respect of the race. Get your reputation goes up. Sometimes it's just there to you learn language, which is helpful. Trust me, it really is. Understanding I mean, some of the words you learn are like, it's kind of amazing. You're like, seriously, when am I ever planning on learning that or using that word? And then sure enough, some alien you run across will actually speak that. Can I land? I can land. Alright, hop it out. Hey, we've been here before. Destination reached. Hey, you remember these guys, right? Well, ruins are lousy with them. Terpang, 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 yig, yig, yig. Oh, this is my first one, apparently. Sound resonates, producing a sound fills my mind. A vision takes my shape. See two large aliens locked in combat. Eventually one triumphs, leading their victim to bleed to death. With the last of their strength, the vanquished alien gestures toward me. Accept knowledge. The name Viking floats in my vision. An echo of a strange vision I just experienced. So, basically, just telling you, you're learning some Viking language. Word of this alien tongue is seared into my brain. Visual. I've learned the word visual. Yesterday, I learned the word interloper. Memory of the Viking. Detection. Visual detection interloper. And I just got a milestone, because I have learned 8 words. I'm so smart. Can I go up? Can I go up? Probably not. Okay. Sometimes there are 2, sometimes there are 3, depending on the ruin type. Fallen Shogun, how the heck are you? I remember you too, man. So yeah, I've taken to streaming at 6 o'clock in the morning my time, man, just because it's allowing me to actually play. That's why I'm here. So I just streaming on Twitch for about a half an hour every morning, and I am making, so it keeps me, limits my gameplay, and then I just take the Twitch recording and I shoot it over to YouTube. So if you're still there, how you doing? The noble travelers will be spared. The journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted, so it is decreed. The will of her commands it. The Viking shall honor judgment and the beliefs of the ancients. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to seek knowledge of the past. We're not leaving the system right now. Doing pretty well, man. How you been since our last chat? I'm doing good. Yeah, I really apologize. Fallen Shogun, Lost Valkyrie, a whole bunch of other people used to be part of a community I was a part of, active, and they are fun, awesome people. If you have not played with them, you should definitely play with them. Yeah, so I would find these little pockets of time, and I'd be like, I really want to play with you guys, and then like literally have no time. So yeah, I've been okay. I did pick up 7 Days to Die and played it sort of offline for a small amount of time. Then I got really hooked on ESO on console, and then got actually really good at that. And then State of Decay 2 came out, so on Xbox, and I stayed there. And then I went back to school. So I'm going back to school. I'm going to graduate school. So, so this concept came about because I couldn't play anymore. I got to take care of little B during the day, and I do occasionally still have gigs. So, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I am playing for 30 minutes at a time, so I get some gaming in. This whole thing is an experiment for me, Fallen, because it's basically me keeping myself to you know, it's keeping myself in moderation. Yeah, I'm surprised I had that kind of a schedule too. That I'm able to do this with this kind of a schedule. But I really love gaming, and I found that if you have a motivation, you can do anything. So, unfortunately, it means I'm up at 5:30 in the morning so that I can play for a total of about 40 minutes online before Little B wakes up. The very first time I played Fallen, Little B actually woke up and came downstairs, and so he was on the he was speaking with me while we were playing. He said hello to everybody. It was great. So what have you been playing these days, sir? I'm sure when you leave school and Little B gets a job in a few years, you'll find time to game. Yeah. Little B, him getting a job is probably not going to happen. You know, I think it's the curse of all parents. When they're babies, you sit there and you're like, oh dear God, they require so much attention, so much time. And then as they get older, and they become independent, then they don't want to spend time with you, and you're like, but come back, what happened? And so I am kind of looking forward and dreading his independence phase at the same time. Been playing a fair bit of... Oh, really? Yeah, how is 2 point... Okay, so Fallen basically said, just because you can't see the chat in this recording, but basically playing a lot of No Man's with Angela. That's fantastic. Cool. And also, what time do you normally play during the day? 2 Point Hospital as well, they play in. I've seen a lot of advertisements for that. Is it worth it? Should I get it? Alright, I've got the oxygen. I'm not worried. Okay, so this is Ruin number 2. Warp. I've learned the word for warp. Knowledge Stone. I've learned the word for Viking, which is important. Okay, this is just telling me that I've learned 10 words now, and I should be very, very happy and pleased with myself. Okay, that's great. And the word for ancients. I can't wait to see how I use these words in combination. There we go. A Viking monolith. Divadop. Sweet. Okay, so 2 Point is amazing and worth it. Okay, I will definitely give it my... I'll check it out. In the meantime, yeah, well, I'm going to try to stick to the 6 o'clock in the morning. I pretty much promised Mrs. B that I would do that. Anyway, let's real fast. Place my palm on the monolith and stand back when it melts in response to my touch. Molten rock drips down by the stone, exposing a hollow interior. Inside, I see riches that are beyond belief. Ancient technologies and cargo that would aid my journey. Now, I'm going to stand back. You want to know why? Because it's a test. Ancient warriors who once worshipped here bless my show of respect. Health at maximum? That's great! And I got a Viking effigy. That's helpful. My standing with the Viking has increased. See? It was a test. And I've learned the Atlas word for awake. And I've gone up a new rank. See? All that by just visiting one ruin. It's amazing. Well, Fallen, I tell you what, man. If you get a chance, please tell Angela I said hi. I miss that lady. I still see her on Facebook quite a bit, and like whenever I can. I don't need antimatter housing. What I need, what I need, is why can't I? There we go. Huh. What am I missing? Oh, metal plating. Duh. Make metal plating. Go over the starship. Gotta make myself some starship launch fuel. And there we go. See, this is why I get to die high. Didn't even plan on that rhyme. Didn't even plan on it. I miss you guys too so much. You know, I was kind of hoping, because I know that this is technically late morning time, almost noon for you, lunchtime. And I know that she can be quite of a night owl, so I was kind of hoping at times that you guys might be up, but I also understand that it is 6:30 in the morning for, and if you've been up later, 6:30 is like just that no-go time for a lot of people. Mr. Shogun has said, I think 6 a.m. for a night owl is basically mind death and they want to go to sleep. That is a better way of saying it, sir. Definitely indeed. It is mind death. You know, the odd thing is, man, is I'm a night owl. I am completely a night owl. This whole concept of changing my schedule, I substitute teached for, is that how you say it? I was a teacher and I can't speak, but I was a substitute teacher for like 6 months. I had a long-term assignment, and I had to get up at like 5 o'clock every morning because the place was an easy 45-minute drive away, and talk about, I mean, complete change. And I was at that point. I was playing 7 days. Or was it? No, I was playing ESO, and it killed my ESO gaming because I couldn't keep up anymore. And I had a guild and everything. I had a believe it or not, I had a Nord Templar, and I was rocking it. Little B, he just asked how old Little B is. Little B is 3 years old. Little B can speak. Little B. I'm wondering if it's a developmental thing, but a developmental phase. But Little B speaks about himself in third person. So instead of saying I want this, it's Brendan wants this, Brendan this, Brendan that. So either we're raising a sociopath, or it's just a developmental thing. It's so darn cute, though. It's right now when it's coming out of a 3-year-old's mouth. It's I don't even think about it. It is adorable. He's great. He's fantastic. We've had to. He started going to daycare. Well, he actually started going to daycare year 1, but because of all of our acting gigs and such. But we took him to the nature center the other day. Yes, as long as he doesn't start using the royal we. But I took him to this. We have this nature center park out here near Cincinnati, and took him out there and met a little friend. He made a little friend who. Oh, okay, I can't go that fast. And being the horrible dad that I was, I forgot to get the contact info from the other parent. And thinking, oh, okay, this is great. You know, 2 3-year-olds passing during the day. Both of them having a great time, and they're 3 years old. They're not going to remember it. Well, sure enough, Brennan yesterday, last night, sits there and goes, Matthew, dinosaurs? I want to go to Nature Center. And I'm like, oh crap, you did remember. Okay. Oh, slow down there, Cowpoke. Alright. So this is going to be a little bit longer than normal because I've had to do a couple things. The first and foremost thing I needed to do, because I don't think I built this. I'm pretty positive I didn't. I know I didn't build it. So we're going to build this real fast. I don't need to build the shelter because we're not going to be staying here long. But I do want to build, just because I want to clear up some space. Magnetized ferrite, carbon nanotubes. That's fine. Carbon nanotubes. Boom. Watch, I needed two. I'm sure I needed two. Come here. Come here, you. Oh, I didn't. Just one. Perfect. Boom. Get out. Blueprint analyzer. Analyze unit online. Awaiting input. Blueprint research. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to start. Okay, again, don't know what the foundation's for, but I'm going to learn it because as you learn things, you get the access to other things. So, cylindrical room. And I have two more. Door and ladder. Okay, so now I have access to a window, cylindrical room frame. Again, don't know what you can use it for. When you can just build the room outright. Let's see here. Okay, and then I can make furniture and stuff like that. Okay, so cool. All right, folks, this is it. We're about to leave the Curtis station. System. Leave the Curtis system, not station. So, Fallen, when are you usually on Twitch, sir? I'm following you, but for some strange reason, it's not showing when you're on anymore. On my email. Okay, according to this, I need to refuel. 9 p.m. your time, which would be 4 p.m. my time. Actually, dude, that's perfect because when that's usually my break time. And because I've come back to Twitch here just for my own selfish purposes, I can actually... I found myself actually starting to watch a bunch of other people. So... I will make a point to start hopping around that time. Is Angela able to play with you while you're streaming? Pulse engine. Recharge. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely. If you're on around that time, I'll start looking for you around that time. I'll make, as a matter of fact, I'll make a point for it for today. All right. So here we go. We're about to warp, and something's about to happen, I believe, because it hasn't happened yet, and this is our third system. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna call it a day. Oh. Okay. Oh, not anymore. We're getting out of here. Deselect current system. Okay, we started there. And did we where did we go? Where did we? Let's back out here for a second. Okay, let's find this little ley line. Ley line. Ley line. Obachanita is Viking. You know what? I'm going to be a little weird and a little daring. There's Gek. We haven't done Gek. Anomalous signal blocking warp. Oh, okay. I can't go there yet. Just because the game doesn't want me to. So we're going to go to another Viking system. And it's only got one planet. This is not going to be good. Well, it's going to be quick. The procedural generation is going to make sure that I don't stick around this system forever. Alright, what do we got here? We got platinum in this system, folks. We have platinum in this system. Starship monitoring reports error, guidance system malfunction. What is going on? Searching for other routes. Searching. Obtained. Destination 16. 16. This is 16. Accept new guidance accepted. Guidance accepted. Plotting route. Or maybe I should make him speak like Hal. Guidance accepted. Plotting route. Fuel source detected. Fuel source. There we go. It's already highlighted. And you know what? You know what didn't happen? The thing I said was going to happen. So, which I didn't say actually was going to happen. Usually after 2 or 3 jumps, you run into a battle in which you can get a freighter out of. And that didn't happen this time, guys. So, we're going to have to stop here after we land for the fuel source. Oh, we got ourselves another ruin. Okay. It's a cold planet. I like cold planets. I do. I like cold. We have a humming egg. It's like... the procedural generated gods are smiling on me. Alright, let's learn some more words and then we'll call it a day. Warrior. And replace. We should make a game out of this. Voice. Warrior replace voice. Okay, so we should make like a game. Once I start getting more awake. But no, I think it'd be kind of a fun game. So you get the three words you learn, and then you have to form them in the form of a sentence. You put them in a form of a sentence, like Mad Libs, but in reverse. Okay, Viking monolith. Readying anomaly detection protocols. This structure is unlike anything I've ever encountered on my journey so far. I just saw one. Everything about it so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Is it traveler? Is it friend? It is traveler. I'm nobody's friend. It feels strange responding to questions I am unsure about that I'm being asked. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that something is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? I'm last. I do not know how I'm being spoken to. This monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling that it's asked these questions many times over. It asks again, has it seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen it? You know what? It's seen me. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert, alert. The boundaries fall. The walls collapse. Your universe awaits. Find us, traveler. And I got a warp cell. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to hop in here real fast. And we are going to go over to P. We are going to change this systems name to... Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, just make sure that I am... There we go. Rename. The third character I ever played in Cincinnati Shakespeare Company was Casca. So we're going to call this Casca Romanus. So, which is also the name of my ESO character on my new ESO character on the console, not console, on the PC. Is Casca, just spelled differently, because somebody else already had the idea. Yeah, somebody else out there is a Shakespeare geek, or an ancient Roman history buff. One of the two. Okay, so Casca Romanus is the new name. Livy 11 is our is the planet we're on. It's the only planet here. There's nothing really else. What I'm going to do offline is I'm going to do some just general exploration, get some ducats, and check out some things. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up. I got to go back to the other system. So offline, I'm going to go back to the other system, and I'm probably going to wind up getting the freighter. You know what? I can't do that. I'm going to wait. I'll wait until next time so you can see me go get the major treasure. This time, I'm just going to hop around here on the planet, and then I'm going to hit the starbase, get the extra slot on the exosuit, and then I'll call it a day for myself. But up to this point, it's this is my time to start shutting it down because my day's about to start. So, Fallen Shogun, thanks so much for being with me, man. It really is so nice to be able to talk to somebody while I'm playing at 6 o'clock in the morning my time. So great to see you, brother. I will definitely be there for you around 4 o'clock this afternoon to see what you're up to. As well as I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my stuff. Be Average Gaming. That's what it's called these days, because you know what? We should all just be some average. Thanks for watching. You take care now.